Hello, everyone. Welcome back from your summer break. I hope you feel refreshed and ready to jump back into the school year. I have had some time to meet with the leadership team over the summer, and we've pinpointed 3 areas that we would like to focus on in our school improvement plan this year. Now, before we dive into that, I know I'm still a new face, so I'd like to give you a little bit more about me so you can have an idea of who I am before we really get to going on the school year and start working together. I completed my undergrad at Wartburg College in Waverly, Iowa in music education. From there, I went on to teach at the rural school district of Wapsie Valley, where I taught 512 band. So I was in both elementary schools and the junior-senior high school. I really loved being able to see the kids in that range. You know, the 512, I got to see them when they were just cute little kids still at the elementary and actually shorter than me, to where they were towering over me as the seniors in high school about ready to graduate and move on to their next steps of their life. From there, I knew I wanted to get into the urban school setting. So I moved down to Waterloo, where I taught 7/8 band at George Washington Carver Academy and was the assistant director at East High School in Waterloo. While I was teaching in Waterloo, I completed my master's degree in education administration through Concordia University in Seward, Nebraska. And oh my goodness, it opened a whole new world to me of what I wanted to do with my life and the skills that I had and developed through this. So that brings me here, and I'm so excited to be your principal this year and work alongside you to make this one of the best years yet for this school. Now, the leadership team and I sat down and we first laid out 3 areas in which we thought that the school could improve, and then flushed out more of what that would look like in this school. The first need area we saw was in communication. We want to get everybody within the school, whether you're a secretary, a custodian, a paraeducator, or a teacher, communicating with parents, community members, students, everybody. We want to get everybody on the same page with how we communicate and represent our school. Now, this starts with coming up with a communication action plan. We're going to start by training our front house staff, all of our secretaries, our registrar, anybody who works up in the front part of the building, on how to communicate effectively with any stakeholder that would walk into our doors or call us on the phone. Through this, we're going to have consistency and reliability in how our community members are talked with from the school. They can expect this kind of response on the phone. They can expect the phone to be answered this way. They can expect to be greeted this way and made to feel a certain way when they walk into our school. And consistency is one of the big things that helps us become an even better school building. Now, all teachers are going to also communicate with our stakeholders in the same way. One thing I have found that works very well across school districts is using the Google options that there are, specifically Google Voice. You can go in and you can text parents with Google Voice, you can call them, you can use your Google email to send emails to parents, and this way it allows you to tailor how parents want to be communicated with in an easy way. You type up some pre-made messages in a Google Doc, you copy and paste them, add the student's name in, and then they have a clear format to how they're being communicated with every single time. Plus, it makes parents feel like they're being communicated with and valued in a way they want. We have some parents who really prefer a phone call or a face-to-face communication. That way, you can set it up on Google Voice to call them and set up a time or send them a text message of when they could come in and do a conference with you. We have parents who have very busy schedules, which is totally understandable as we're all busy ourselves, and they would just prefer a quick text. Google makes it very easy for us all to get on the same page. And by doing so, you can create your own phone number with the school area code, because I know not all of us have an area code from this area because you've carried it with you for so many years and so many moves. Google Voice is really, really great, and we're all going to transition to using that this year. So please be prepared for that change, and we'll have a training on it before our school year starts and plenty of work time to get those phone numbers implemented into it. The next step on our communication action plan is for me. I believe in clear and transparent communication with you all. I will be sending out a weekly bulletin on Sunday evenings for you to read. This will include the administrators' schedules for the week, so who's going to be out of the building, why they're going to be out of the building, and for how long. It'll also include a calendar of events, so what's happening after school, during school, who has PLCs this week, what sporting events are happening, are there any music concerts, are there community groups coming in? And then lastly, within that, you'll have a bunch of nuts and bolts, so this is something that's going to be happening in the next couple weeks. Be prepared for this. We're seeing a lot of this in the building. This is what we're going to start focusing on in PDs. Through increasing our communication and through having it be more clear and consistent, we are setting up our building for more success and giving community members and our stakeholders a better view of what our school looks like. The next area that the leadership team and I discussed over the summer was preparing our students with these 21st century skills. When I meet with our community stakeholders, the number 1 and 2 employability skills that they look for in people are their critical thinking and problem solving abilities. So we would like to see once a quarter all content areas in all grade levels providing these opportunities for students. Now, this is going to look different depending on the content and depending on the grade. An 8th grade science student would not have the same hands-on experience given to them that a 6th grade science student would. A band student wouldn't have the same experience given to them that a computer science class would give them. We are going to give you the freedom, but also provide you the support to make these quarterly hands-on activities happen. Now, we have great partners in ed. We have our John Deere, we have Hy-Vee, we have many local artists who would love to come in and help contribute to this. So if you are starting to go through this process and you find that you're stuck, feel free to reach out to somebody on the leadership team, to myself, or to somebody else in the building who you feel like you can turn to help you delve more into this 21st century skills workshop that we're going to be putting together. By doing this, we're really pushing our students to move out of that DOK level 1 and DOK level 2 and more into the 3 and 4s. Now, the DOK 1 and 2 are very important to set the foundation, but by the end of the year, I would love, through these hands-on experiences and developing these 21st century skills, that our assessments towards the end of the year be almost solely DOK 3 and 4. That seems like a lot and it seems scary, but as we go through this process, we will be able to do it wholeheartedly and see the success from our students and the joy that they get from really having these hands-on experiences to develop their problem solving and critical thinking skills. Now, lastly, we are going to really focus on our PBIS initiatives throughout the school. Specifically, we're gearing up to implement the Leader in Me curriculum. Now, this year, the staff is going to go through the extensive Leader in Me training and what that looks like using the 7 habits of highly effective people. Through using this as our PBIS initiatives, we're preparing our students for those 21st century skills, giving them leadership abilities, and developing the whole child as a lifelong learner. Now, if you are unfamiliar with the 7 habits, here they are just real quick. The first one is being proactive. The second one is beginning with the end in mind. The third one is putting first things first. The fourth one is thinking win-win. The fifth one is seeking first to understand and then be understood. Number 6 is synergizing. And number 7 is sharpening the saw. By going through this training and setting our students up to live their life through these 7 habits, we will see a decrease in those behaviors that we don't want to see and an increase in students exhibiting the behaviors that we do want to see. Now, we are still going to be handing out our school currency so they can use it at our school store during lunch times, and we'll still be using several of the PBIS initiatives still in place. We're just setting ourselves up for success in implementing this new PBIS strategy and giving our students a better opportunity to set them up for success even after they leave our school. I thank you all for watching this video. I am so excited for the next couple days before students come. Again, feel free to communicate with me at any point. My phone number is in the staff handbook that was sent out to you all. Shoot me a text, shoot me an email. I would be happy to sit down with you and answer any questions or concerns that you might have. I'm so excited for the school year and can't wait to see what it has in store. Thank you guys.